What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Nostalgia Podcast. I don't know what I did with my hand there, but this I was supposed to go with the tagline there instead of just... Anyway, welcome to Nostalgia Podcast, where you can relive your fondest memories. And I got it again. That's 2 times in a row. I mean, I think I deserve a round of applause. Wait, I think there's one. That's not it. That's not it at all. Hold on. Oh, gosh. No, that's not it either. That's not it.
That's your round of applause.
Who let me have this thing behind me? But welcome to the show, the podcast. Whether you're watching on YouTube, in the car, or on Apple Podcasts, welcome. Go over to our YouTube and subscribe. That's all I have to say. It's completely free. We put all the videos out on there so you can see our lovely faces, and you can see what people are wearing, I guess, which we'll get into in just a moment here because it's relevant. Trust me. We're joined. I guess I'll do the host first instead of saying what this is about. You guys can wait a little bit longer. We're joined by 2 people here today. One of which, it's their first time on. It's Kim. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. You're a long-time listener.
Oh, yeah.
Never been on the show yet.
No, I'm starstruck to be here.
It's so nice. It's glamorous being here.
It's got the lighting.
Exactly. It's like it's a studio.
It is a studio.
Yeah, instead of us doing it from our houses. What a weird time. Those are probably still on YouTube, too. Back when we did just the squares with our faces in it.
It was the Zooms, right?
Yeah. We weren't even like social distancing. It was just because we were lazy.
Yeah.
Being completely honest with you. But the second person we have here, same as always. They've been here for every single episode. Nothing at all is different with it. But we have Becky. Becky, how's it going?
Pretty good. Glad
Your voice
to be
sounds
back.
different.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got a cold. That's okay.
We'll use that. Yep. It's the cold. Nothing else.
Nothing else
could possibly be different here.
I mean, Kim recognized me immediately. She was like, "Oh yeah,
shit, there's Becky.
that's Becky."
Yeah.
I know. That's what nothing weird's going on here. That's it. And I'm your host, John, because I forgot I didn't say that. I usually say it at the beginning, and I didn't this time. I guess you guys are just more important than me. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I'm not important. But today we're going to be talking all about something very special. And I think I say that every single time there's a Disney episode because I was a Disney fanatic. But we're going to be talking about DCOMs. And for anyone who doesn't know, those are Disney Channel original movies. So very specific because there were Disney movies, there was Disney animation movies, there was Walt Disney Studio movies, and then there was Disney Channel original movies. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Facts.
But these were the good ones. And by that, I mean, you didn't see, these only came out on Disney Channel. So these weren't the kind you would go to a theater with your family, get some popcorn, a nice little like soda, and, chill watching the movie. No, these are like 8 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. Like, they're like, yeah, watch this new movie that's going to come out at a weird time that you probably won't be able to watch, but we'll play it again nonstop. Trust me.
you'll see it. Trust me.
100%. And we'll talk about all of the ones that we remember, the stuff that really comes to mind when you say Disney Channel original movie. Because, boy, looking over the list over the last couple of days,
It's literally everything.
I know.
You just read the list, you're like, oh my God, that movie.
I forgot about that. Ryan Merriman, how's he doing now?
I did go back and watch a couple of them just because. And I know you watched a couple too.
I did, yeah.
You probably don't know. Do you own a TV? I'm just thoroughly curious because you don't really watch movies,
We
TV
own
shows.
3
Do you ever use them other than gaming?
children
Whoa.
movies.
Oh,
I've watched a lot of Dora.
What do you think these are?
No, like toddler garbage.
What?
You can't show some of these to children, though.
No, you shouldn't. You absolutely can.
It's like if
You
you,
can
were
show
born
them whatever
in the
you
90s,
want, but sometimes.
There's definitely a couple that and we'll talk about because there's some real interesting picks from Disney that made it onto the channel. And but we'll get into that. But before we do that, before anything else, because all right, this is the first time I've had to go a little bit harder with the song because you guys both know music. And I'm at a disadvantage here because for whatever reason, every single time I do this stupid game now, you or Becky get it within it's your second personality, but get it every single time.
I have 2 personalities.
Every single time within one 2-second clip, and you're like, yep, no problem. Is that 2001 freecreditreport.com.
See, I'm gonna get it, but I'm not gonna know the name of anything, and I'm just gonna be able to sing it.
See, that song went off though. When I heard that start playing, I was like, oh, I know exactly what this is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a little easy. It was a little too easy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but I'm hoping it's still that same, oh, I know it, but it's going to be a little harder to guess who, what, where, when, and why.
Okay.
No, you're going to be guessing. So I'm going to play a couple seconds of the song like we do every time, and you are going to try and guess the name of the song. You're going to guess the artist and the year it came out.
Oh, I'm stressed.
The year's the difficult one. What is that face?
Fuck off.
I'm so stressed.
You get 3 points for each. Then we dumb it down to 2 points after you don't get it once. Then we go down to 1 point. And if it doesn't, then we have to take you out back and you get the lead pipe to the knee.
We go to the farm upstate.
Can I Shazam it?
The farm upstate, yeah. Can you Shazam it? No. That's the definition of cheating.
No. It's fine.
What? Can you imagine being in elementary school and then being like, here's your test. Can I use spell check? On a spelling test.
Man, that's how I got through college.
20 words of the week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Now we could talk about school
the times
days.
tables.
Ugh.
The timed times tables test.
Nope. Mm-mm.
No, thank you.
Yeah. See, back when I was in school, which was 42 years ago, we just did it all on like a block, like a piece of stone. We had to
Chisel it?
Yeah.
So you got a little extra time because you were using a chisel.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy. But anyway, back to guess that sound. I'm gonna play it on here. I wouldn't be scared. It's probably fine, right?
I guess we'll see.
I have an innate need to do well.
Well, bad news there.
I have an innate need to make a fool of myself on the internet. So
We're doing a bang up job so far. All right. Are you guys ready to play Guess That Sound?
No.
All right. Well, I don't care if you're not ready.
Let's do it.
You ruined this air horn. All right. Let's go ahead and get it. Here we go. The first couple seconds of this. Let me go ahead and get it up before we actually do this. Did you get it?
Is that really the song?
All right. I'll play another second.
That's Forever by Chris Brown.
I was going to say.
Well, now hold on. You also need the year, the artist, and the song name. Okay?
Well, she just said it.
You going
But I
with,
feel like there's a feature.
you're going with, it needs to be all.
What?
Yep.
Well, it was used in
I don't make
Pam
the
and
rules.
Jim's wedding in the office in Niagara Falls. And that episode was probably around, I don't know, like 2007 or 2008.
I was going to say I was definitely like.
And
I was in high school.
And it was when everyone was doing those terrible flash mob videos at weddings.
I'd say like 2010.
That's true. It was a little later.
I was definitely in high school.
You get 1 year up, 1 year down.
But that doesn't mean that's when the song came out. Like the song
2009?
could have been out. I feel like that song was played at middle school dances. And I was in middle school in 07, 08, 08, 09. But I feel like that's too early.
I can just see both your heads going, oh, the year. It's because the way that I usually pick out songs and stuff is by where I was in like middle school, high school, elementary school, like somewhere in that range. And I know like, oh, this song came out when I was like, I remember it from third period in fifth grade or something.
Well, it's like when we would have middle school dances and they'd play Crank That Soldier Boy,
Oh my
but
God.
not the Superman version. And it's like, oh God, we were like 13 dancing to that song.
I feel like they played the Superman version at the school I went to.
I think most of the time it's Superman, then one time we got the the other one. And I was like,
the other one.
yeah. and I
Or
was
we
like,
just all sang the hoe part and we never noticed.
Probably that.
Yeah.
You seem like one of them. But
Also,
anyways,
that's
guess that
Chris-
sound.
It's Chris Brown, right? Was that pre or post Rihanna? It had to be pre Rihanna.
I think that was
right?
pre-Rihanna.
Jeez.
Good, because I don't want to think about anything post Rihanna. That's why I'm saying this.
So what are the guesses?
Forever,
Forever song title.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown as the only artist.
John. I'm like going through the song in my head. I'm like,
Same.
listen,
Waiting to see somebody else.
What do you got for a year?
you want to go? Like, I think 2008. You think that's too early?
I was gonna say 7 or 8.
So if we go 8, that'll give us 9 and 7. If we go 7, that'll give us 6 and 8, right?
Yeah.
I feel like 6 is too early.
Yeah.
So let's go 8 and then see what happens.
Okay, in 2008. Those are your final guesses?
Yeah.
All right. You got the drum roll just to make it a little worse. You got them all right. I failed again.
I was gonna say that was not a hard song.
You guys are more nostalgic than I thought.
Nostalgic. I still listen to it.
Do it? What?
Oh,
So I
my
heard it-
playlist never it upgraded, but it's mostly all old shit.
I heard it like yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god, what's the name of this song?" And I couldn't come up with it. I was like, "That'd be a good one for Guess That Sound." Turns out, completely wrong
Oh,
because it was forever. It was just Chris Brown, which makes it way more hilarious. And it was you guys had it every single time, but we're like, maybe it's one above, maybe it's one down. It was 2007.
Oh,
It was 2007.
All right.
Your very first guess. You literally like Forever Chris Brown 2007. I'm like, you son of a.
You gotta pick a not super mainstream song, like one of those songs that would kind of come on, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I love this song." What's it called? Like the SR-71 song that you guys started playing
right now.
That literally, I started freaking out when Kevin played it, and I was like, "Oh, this is Sum 41," and he was like, "No." And it's going back to LimeWire days where you'd get whatever song, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's who it's by." No.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
It's the same thing with Bowling for Soup and Stacey's mom.
Yeah.
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 Same thing. Yeah, I was trying to find something that you both would know. Was the hard part. Because
Sorry.
your taste in music is all over the place.
Same's easy.
And same with yours. So I'm like, at least this is something you would have heard at a dance or something. So you guys both got it. Big shocker. I did a bad job picking the song again. One of these times we'll get past the first 2 seconds of the song.
You did that with one of the ones that Becky and Becky did.
Oh.
It was me.
Yeah, it was.
I just got so confused.
It's very hard to reference that. I'm you know.
I get it. Was it? No, I didn't think so.
Oh, you're talking about when you guys did the script, right?
No,
Yeah.
the script was immediate.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you guys just got the date wrong by one because I
Yeah,
cheated.
and then you were like, "Let's play a little more." And
Yeah.
then she was like, "How is that gonna help me?"
Yeah.
See, this shows that I actually listen. She's like, "How is that gonna help us with the date?"
Yeah. I
had
was
no
like, I
fucking
want to
clue.
listen to the song a little more than 3 seconds.
I do like the song. It's a good
is
song.
good.
Yeah, you guys got it the first try, and then you guys had it if I kept the 2 and 2, but then I cheated and it went down to 1 and 1 so that you purposely didn't get
And
it.
we still thwarted you this episode.
I know, it wasn't even close, this one. I could have given you the 2 and it would have been exactly the same. So.
I'm gonna be sending you random shit all week
Okay,
to prepare.
that's
So
fine.
that you could have.
We're
I'll
not
send
I
you
was going to
some
say,
fun
we're going to be
songs.
3 weeks before the next one, right?
I don't know things.
Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll find out. But I think we've had enough for Guess That Sound. I feel bad enough. So we'll we'll move on to something that'll make me happy. And I think some are there to make you happy, but Disney Channel original movies. So we'll go ahead and one by one talk about things that we remember, different ones I remember off the line. I have my trusty iPad here where I have a list of all of them so we can see when they came out, see a couple other ones, and maybe if I'm feeling up for it, I might even put the actual cover arts for them up on the screen for people to see. We'll see how it goes, but we'll start off with Kim over here. Kim, what do you got? What's something that makes you so nostalgic to Disney Channel original movies you just can't contain yourself?
Halloween Town.
Is it because it is almost Halloween?
Yes and no. Debbie Reynolds, I used to want her to be my grandma, even though I have 2 wonderful grandmas.
I get it though.
I have wonderful grandmas, but Debbie Reynolds was just it.
If you can have a third,
Yeah. If I
Yeah.
could have another one, it would have been her.
you got your normal grandparents, and then you have your magical grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, and also for me, Kimberly J. Brown was one of my idols because I too am a Kimberly J. And I used, obviously we have very different middle names.
Yeah.
Mine is Korean. But I was always like, holy shit, there's another Kimberly J. we could just be best friends. I was like, she's magic. I mean, it's like she's magic.
Yeah.
She knows Debbie Reynolds. Like,
That's the big one.
but no, Halloween Town is one that I go back to every single year. Usually just by myself because, my husband doesn't really want to watch it and the kids are kind of like over it. We did watch it like one of the first Halloweens, which was very fun because I got to like introduce them to it,
See, it's definitely one of those movies you can watch every year, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it holds up. I mean, I will say it moves faster, I feel like, every time I watch it, but I think it's because I've been watching more longer form movies. Like, usually now they're like 2 hours, 2.5
minimum.
hours.
Yeah.
So when you watch, like, what is the runtime on this? Like 90 minutes? Like when
Oh,
you
God.
watch
Yeah, if that, probably. 84.
84 minutes with the credits. So like,
Yeah.
so like when you watch like an 84-minute movie, you're like, shit, he went bad really fast. It's like, oh yeah, he did, because like they had to. And we were children. We didn't have the attention span.
Okay, but it was probably 2 hours long with commercials.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Because Disney Channel original movies were only on Disney Channel, which means they had commercials, which means 84 turned into
probably an hour.
120 seems a bit much, but there are a lot of commercials.
They probably did because they used to put the music videos in between everything too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But wait, what year did this come out? Like 98?
This one was, in fact, 98.
Okay, so I feel like in 98 we didn't really have as many of the Disney Channel actors trying to be musicians yet. Like Disney wasn't pushing that. So if anything, it would have been commercials for the TV shows probably, right? Like
in pre-2000 especially, they really weren't doing the whole like every single person needs to be a musician or else.
it wasn't Disney Mania yet.
No.
Disney Mania. We could do a whole episode on Disney
We were
Mania
at now
albums.
hits back then. That's it.
Now that's what I call music. 25, and now there's like 250 of them.
Is there?
There's. I
haven't
don't
looked.
think there's that many, but there is a lot of them.
There's probably a lot, and I feel like the new ones I would. It's kind of like the Kids Bop.
Oh my god.
I wanted to be a Kids Bop kid so bad. But
Being
anyway,
a musician, I get it.
Halloween Town.
Yes, Halloween Town.
I loved the fact that Marnie was just like, I feel different. Like my mom doesn't understand me. Like I like weird shit, and she just believed in her heart that there was something out there more than what she was seeing in her small place.
Small town. I think it was a pretty big town, though. Really,
it was like a
realistically
serious
speaking.
place. Yeah, and like when they had fucking bus stop. But anyway,
like it was. Yeah, there was a pretty big place. I mean, that was one thing that you would see. I mean, looking at a lot of these, that's the case. Like my parents didn't understand me.
Yeah,
which, believe it or not, was a pretty big thing in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Love you, mom and dad. But yeah, it's like she had this thing that she was interested in, and then her grandma was her person. And I thought that was so special because, like I said, I have very good relationships with my grandmas, and I was like, that's so sweet. And I watched it the other day, like a couple of weeks ago, and it's so sad when she's like, "There's nothing special about me."
Yeah.
And the grandma's like, "Of course there is," and it's like, oh my god, like she was like just like us, like we were all feeling like. I mean, I was like 4 when this movie came out, so I guess I didn't feel like that yet.
Oh yeah,
But
I was 6. All right, I could understand those complex.
Definitely
had the
understood
depth.
it.
Yeah.
But no, it's like even now watching as a grown up, I'm like, oh, she didn't feel like there's anything special about her. She felt like she was kind of stuck in a mundane world, in a normal world. I mean, come on. Judith Hogue didn't even fucking do Halloween. Like that's messed up.
It
like,
resonated with kids so much that like they're normal, but they could be something more.
yes.
And there were again a lot of these that are like that. Like
yeah.
like as a kid, you start thinking, "Oh my god, am I magical?" Like you look at Harry Potter and stuff. It's the same thing. It's like he was a perfectly normal. I say normal.
Like,
I
wait,
hope.
hold on.
Wait, maybe not normal.
I hope nobody's being forced to live under their uncle's stairs.
That's totally normal. It's parents getting killed by a dark
That's what
wizard.
happens to people, right?
That just happens.
He thought they died in a car crash.
Maybe my parents were killed by Voldemort.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Voldemort was in Britain.
He could have commuted.
That's a weird commute.
He is a wizard.
He
That is-
John.
Okay.
could have apparated there, been like, and then
What do you go? Akio, Kim's mom. I don't think so. Something tells me they're not that specific.
anyway.
Anyway, Halloween Town. Did you ever watch Halloween Town?
Oh my god, I loved Halloween Town. I actually had to explain to Becky.
Yourself?
I think
In the mirror?
sometimes.
Same.
I think it was the second one where Trappa in a park.
yes.
I said Trappa for some reason, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, a part." And he was like, "What?" And then I like had to explain to him it all, like the entire movie, and he was like, "What the fuck are you
Spelled
on
to
about?"
reverse it. You just have to say
I was like, "You just have to say it backwards," and he was like, "Okay." And I was like,
He doesn't strike me as someone who used to watch Disney Channel original movies. Like maybe when his sister was watching them,
"Yeah."
but not like
There's-
religiously.
There's a reason that
Yeah, exactly.
because I definitely
the swap.
I would literally be like, "It's 8:00. I gotta watch the movie," and like there'd be a new one on, and I'd be like, "Oh."
I used to have the issue where they would go too late.
And then you have to go to bed.
I know. I would get like halfway through a
I
movie.
didn't have a bedtime,
what?
No.
and I had a TV in my room.
What?
Oh yeah. I like to stay up really late. And my mom literally took me to the doctor because I wouldn't sleep. I'd go to bed at like midnight, and my doctor was like, "Just put a TV in her room. She'll actually like
Fucking
lay
90s,
down,
man.
and she'll be resting, so she'll be rested and get sleep."
Different people. Different families.
I am like staggered right now.
We were talking earlier, and one of the things about Halloween Town was if you like this one or Hocus Pocus more. And I feel like that's the answer. But Hocus Pocus turns out was not, in fact, a Disney Channel original movie, so we are blocked from talking about it. We're not allowed. We're not allowed to talk about anything outside of Disney Channel original movies. Never once have we done that. So we always try and stay right on topic.
Yeah.
We're always
never
on
veer-
topic. Yeah.
We never veer away from it. What one gives you the most nostalgia, Becky?
Freaking Xenon.
Xenon.
Yes.
I was gonna say which one? Wasn't there like 3?
I think I liked all of them. I'd watch them all in like a row, and
Little outfit.
oh my god,
Oh.
my best friend and I we still watch them and talk about them. I'm 30.
So
Freaking love Xenon.
Supernova.
it doesn't bug you that the second was called the sequel.
No,
It wasn't the third Z3 or something.
Yes, it was.
my car has a frunk, John. What do you mean? Implying that the trunk means it's the back trunk. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to be worried about the sequel.
I might get crucified for this, but I never watched it.
What?
I've never seen Xenon.
You need to go home and watch
Holy
it,
shit.
I will watch
and
it.
probably not even care because it's
Kirsten Storms like ruled my life for a little bit there. And of course, Raven Simone.
That's Raven. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's Raven.
yeah.
That's so Raven.
And now you got to watch it.
That's me.
Jeez. I watched an episode of That's So Raven the other day. I forget why. It was on, I saw like a clip of it, and I ended up watching, the whole thing because of it. But yeah, I never actually watched it. I'll have to go back and take a look.
So good.
I just feel like there's like 9,000 better ones out there.
But
I don't know about better, but there are like 9,000 other ones out
you
there.
get an absolute banger of a song from this too by Protozoa.
By Protozoa. That's a hell of a band name.
No, it's the singer. He was like the pop singer. He was the heartthrob.
Oh,
He was definitely like
gotcha.
a 30-year-old man though, singing for these teenager girls
So
on the
is
space
this just
station.
is this just space stuck in the suburbs?
No, she's not trying to like become famous.
No, she's not.
She's just living her life in space because it's like on a
Okay.
space station. Yeah, it's kind of like Starfield in the 90s.
Interesting. All right. I will go and take a look at it. I will watch it. And I'll see if I actually like it.
I want to hear a report back too.
I'll report back, I promise.
Our viewers want to hear it
Yeah,
too.
they need to know. If nothing else, listen to the song and just fucking watch it.
Just fucking watch it.
Zetus Lapidus, just watch it.
Did you ever dress up as Xenon for Halloween?
I did not because
I didn't.
I had the creative abilities of a squirrel, and I always just wanted to be like,
A squirrel?
I don't know,
Not
a
you didn't
rock.
want to be a squirrel. The creative abilities of a squirrel.
I don't know, a rock. Then how's that
Okay.
sound?
Rock.
I always
googly eyes?
bought the costume from Walmart that was like a vampire witch.
Together?
I'd wear vampire teeth and I would have like a witchy dress
Gotcha.
with like
I support it. It's all
all I
witchy.
wanted to be.
It's all
just,
about
like,
expression.
a goth vampire that wore a dress with a
Punk
hat.
or emo?
I said goth.
Yeah, I know. But didn't we had a whole conversation about you wanting to be, was it punk or emo?
Emo.
Punk.
Was it emo? Was it punk? I don't remember
Punk.
now.
I got called emo though.
That's right, yeah. Because your Brad Styles addiction. Yeah. And your fashion poly snacks.
God.
You used to chew on it, right?
Oh, yeah. Frick, if I had them, I still would.
My sister said the same thing, by the way. She's like, oh, absolutely.
like, yes. Anybody that had a fashion poly knew you chewed on the clothes. They are gummy and chewy. It's like a now and later, but you don't swallow it.
I can't
And it
argue
tastes
with
like
that.
a pool toy.
Delicious. Give Fashion Poly a Michelin star.
It's what I've always wanted out of a snack. Tastes like a pool toy.
that's the bar. Anything less than that, no.
No, thank you.
I'm out.
Well, let's talk about a couple others here because I feel like there's a ton, and we can probably talk about a couple. I would think we can kind of go around one more time. But do you guys remember the 13th year?
Yes.
I do.
Turns into a merman.
He was, but like in a real weird way too. So this is one of the ones I rewatched like a year ago,
Okay.
and it doesn't hold up. It's not great. It's kind of like, is it Luck of the Irish?
Oh my
Yes.
God, look at the Irish.
It doesn't hold up either.
That's a really weird one, but I
yeah.
loved that movie.
Did you?
He was
mean-
cute.
Yes.
He was a
Is
cute
that,
guy.
is that
was-
why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a cute boy.
Mom's got a date with a vampire. Oh.
So that one always bugged me because I always thought it was Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
It was a movie about her, and it always wasn't.
Well, it has like the same vibe, and
Exactly.
obviously it's the aunt. So it's like you have the aunt, and then you have like a dark-haired dude. It's kind of like, oh, you
Yeah.
just assume,
And it's like,
which is weird. It's a
you
weird
couldn't get
association.
Sabrina in there? Real nice.
Yeah.
She was contracted. She was busy.
But there are things like Johnny Tsunami. Smart House I always thought was awesome.
Smart
I
House was
loved
cool.
Smart House.
I wanted that house. So
Right?
bad.
I feel like everybody did. And now like you're getting closer and closer to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
With,
It's
People are
like-
like,
we're
no.
like living in a smart house.
Right?
We can change the temperature on our phones on an app.
Or like
We
you can tell
ask Alexa to do something for us. Like it's
I have Google.
If my house falls in love with me, we're going to have a problem. Or Becky. I don't use Siri. Actually, if I touch the Apple Home, it just automatically is like, here's some music for you. And it starts playing. And I'm like, fucking why? Why did you do this? I
You got a
can't
dumb
clean.
house.
Yeah. And my house is like, it's like, you want music, right? And I'm like, no, I want it to clean. Stop.
Siri, you don't be. What's that?
But Smart House was like they locked them inside at the
Yeah.
end.
Well, yeah,
And,
she
like,
was
it
in
was
love with the
crazy.
husband.
And
I
she
know.
did the
Dad.
thing. She spun around and made this.
I remember the wind
Ugh.
and the like I'd tortured as a kid.
It was
With that.
scary.
You're just like, what if my house does that?
That was
Who-
99.
Who played her?
What
It
a
was
great
someone who
question.
was like legit, right?
Katie Seagal.
Yes.
That
It's
would
like
make sense.
someone
Oh.
super legit played
Yeah.
her.
What you always had that. So a lot of these like Disney Channel original movies were like nobody's the whole time through, and then you get like one person
They
that
had
was just
some
like,
people.
yeah,
I mean, Debbie Reynolds.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, what was she doing? She had nothing else going on. And she was like, let's do it.
That is a terrifying can of worms.
I don't think I ever watched that
I don't
one.
think I watched it.
I
And
don't
if I
think
did,
I
I
did
was
either.
young.
I like how they show the VHS covers because it's all back then. But then we start getting into like the 2000s.
What's
Rip
the one
Girls
where
and
it's the doll? The doll comes to life.
Oh,
Bratz?
that's no.
Barbie.
It was
No.
the girl who came to life and she was like a singer.
Oh, life size.
Life
Life
size. And it had
size.
Tyra
Yes.
Banks or
How
something.
did
there?
I get that
I think
one?
so.
Did it have Tyra or was it?
Clearly,
I think
because
it
you
was
watched
Tyra
it a lot,
Banks.
John.
I've seen it. I absolutely have.
Quince is my queen again, Kimberly J. Brown. Which, by the way, if I had been a teenager and I found out that my parents were going to give birth to Quince, I would literally move out.
Yep, I'd be like, I'm not helping.
I'd be like,
Bye.
I'm done. I'm out here.
That's the limit.
That's when you become
Yeah.
like parent number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, I love you, I will love these babies, but
I will
gone.
love you. I'm gonna jump ship
Yeah.
as we pass that one.
So my favorite, though, out of all these, this is the one I rewatched because when we were talking about being on the show and you were like, oh my God, motocross.
Yes.
And I was like, oh
Andy.
boy. What a
I forgot about this
this
one.
movie holds up so incredibly well. It's insane.
Girl power.
Yeah. And I believe this had some people that were
Riley Smith. He was in a lot of stuff in
he
the
was
2000s,
back then, yeah.
right?
Was there a they were in Supercross too. Anyway, but
Super.
motocross was great. It was literally about this girl who wanted to be a motorcycle rider, a racer.
The motocross racer.
Motocross
racer.
racer.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, it's a
We got there.
freaking name. And she went and she would be like, she would just drive around and they're like, motorcycles are for boys.
You're a girl. You
You're
can't
a
do
girl.
that. You'll get hurt because you're delicate.
Right? And then her brother breaks her leg because they were joking around one day.
He broke his leg. He did not
leg.
break her leg.
Oh God, did I say her leg?
Yeah, like her
Bam!
brother
I was like, that
breaks her
doesn't check
leg.
out. Wait a minute.
No more motorcycles.
No, he got hurt on a bike anyway.
Because they were screwing around
Yeah.
on bikes, and then she actually shaved her hair off, and they look nothing alike.
No, they don't.
I'm so confused as to like who was like, yeah, I'm friends with you, and then you're like, same person, no problem.
Suspend
I would-
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Becky, right?
I was gonna say I would never assume someone is someone different because of their face. Doesn't happen.
No, I mean, clearly you could just take your face off.
My favorite character in the whole thing is the little brother, though,
Yes.
who literally just wants to be a part of everything. And then he's like, yeah, I can redo this engine in like an hour. And just, yeah, it is such a great and just like heartwarming movie. And at the end, you get the little synopsis of the girl being like, or the lady coming over and being like, she can race if she wants to. There's nothing in the rules just because she's better than you guys. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
It says it right there. They find her unsuited for the sport because she is just a girl.
Yeah. Again, different time.
Yeah. It's like right up there with She's the Man.
Oh man.
She's the Man, though, is real good. Like that was was that in theaters or was it a Nickelodeon original movie?
I
I
think that
don't
was in-
think it was Nickelodeon.
I think it was in theaters. I think it was like an actual movie.
Was it? I thought it was Nickelodeon.
I think that was after she like broke away and she was
Oh.
doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Which is yeah. Was it She's the Man? That's Amanda
she
Bynes,
was
right?
struggling. Yeah.
Yeah, that was after her it was 2006.
Oh, wow.
No, this was pre-breakdown.
This was way pre-breakdown. Yeah, this is let's see.
Based on Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare.
What? Where did it say that? Oh my God.
I didn't realize that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this after like reading the play. That would be funny. Wow. Okay.
wow.
Yeah, this is an actual theater release, so that was not a
Yeah, no, it wasn't Disney. I
no. I knew
Sorry.
it wasn't Disney.
went out.
Yeah. Whoop. Boo, and we're back. But Motocross is still always will be my favorite Disney Channel original movie, just because of how often we watched it as kids.
I mean, it's badass. I mean, it's one of those movies that shows that like you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, and that's
Oh my God,
so
the
cool.
song though. There was one specific song. It was On Top of the World is the song. And it plays in there, and every time I hear it, I think it comes from The Parent Trap, but it doesn't. I'll try and find it later, but it is so good. If anyone knows it, write it in the comment section so that I can not have to find it. Because not that I'm being lazy, but I'm gonna keep things moving here. So what other ones come to mind for you?
Well, I was a witchy gal, so we need to talk about Twitches,
Twitches.
which is Tia and Tamara Mowry, twin
so
witches separated at birth.
They had other stuff too, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Those two were in quite a bit
Sister,
of things.
sister.
Sister. That's the other
And they
one.
were in Smart Guy as well.
Were they?
Yeah,
Oh,
every
that's
now
what
and
I
then
know.
they would come in.
When did Twitches come out?
2006-ish, 5-ish, maybe.
Something right. Twitches.
Aha, 5.
2005. You know, I'm not going to ask you dates anymore.
Don't.
You're just way too good at those.
So I wrote notes on this one because I had things I wanted to say.
Ooh.
So for Twitches, being an adopted person, I always wanted to find out I had a twin. So this was like
Sure.
cool, but also it's terrifying. I don't want to find out I'm a twin. So that was really cool. They were twins. Dope. Witchy stuff was obviously huge because I
Sure.
grew up with Harry Potter.
Yep.
And then, Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, all of them. I really just wanted to be cool and stuff.
Magical.
And all
Yep.
that. But I want to give 2 special shout outs within Twitches because we have Patrick Fabian as Thanatos,
Patrick Fabian.
who's Howard Hamlin in Better Call Saul.
Oh.
And we also had Jennifer Robinson as Ileana, and she is Jocelyn Shit in Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I haven't watched
So-
all of Schitt's Creek yet.
When
I'm up there.
So when I started watching Better Call Saul with my husband, I was like, I know that guy. I was like, why do I know him? And I'm Googling. I'm like, who plays Howard Hamlin? And I was like, it's Thanatos. I was like, he's a villain. It's Thanatos.
Oh, I was hoping to show a picture of him. I don't know if Amanda knows who he is.
Oh, sorry.
I'm good with being clueless.
That's not a Disney movie.
Yeah, Patrick Fabian.
Patrick Fabian. Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Is it with an F?
Fabian, yeah, Fabian.
Listen, Fabian could be a PH. Him.
Oh.
I'm actually wearing a Better Call Saul shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I didn't know this was a Halloween episode, so I guess I'm Kim Wexler.
Good
I'm
enough.
Becky.
Hi, Becky. I'm.
You got a
A
pumpkin on your hat.
I am a pumpkin. That's it.
What was this?
That's a pumpkin. I'm a circle pumpkin. That's what pumpkins look like. I don't know, he's right there.
If that's what pumpkins look like, I don't think I've ever seen a pumpkin in my life.
Anyway,
Now that
This-
feelings are hurt.
this movie's I haven't rewatched it. I will say I have not rewatched it, but
Same.
I remember writing down the spells that they said in a notebook on loose leaf paper
Sure.
and trying to do the things.
We didn't have
and,
things to write things down back then. We didn't have phones in our pockets.
No, he said fucking paper. So I remember writing all that stuff down. I probably still have some of it in my mom and dad's house somewhere written down of the spells.
The random spells.
And
from
I was like,
Twitches.
but I don't have a twin. So
You can't do anything.
couldn't do the spells.
Yep.
But yeah, I love
That's why Harry Potter's better. We'll have a whole. I want to have a whole separate episode.
Can
on
I
like
come
each
back for
Harry
that
Potter one? You can.
Thank you.
I will not be there. I have not watched any of them.
Yeah, Becky doesn't watch.
Wait,
Not Amanda doesn't watch them either.
you see, have you
Yeah.
read them?
No.
No. I know. I've tried for years. Years.
I have
I
Harry Potter
watched-
tattoos.
The first one, the second one, and the very last one.
Ah,
That's horrible.
Wait,
I
Part
went
two?
to theaters for the last one, the very, very last one, because my
so you went.
ex of the time was like, I want to see it. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about it, but I'll eat popcorn.
Was
Fair.
that-
Did you go to a midnight release?
I think we did.
Oh, what
missed
I'd
that.
give to be back there watching those movies for the first time.
I would love to be back there before I know what I know now about the
Yeah.
creator.
Well,
When
yeah,
it was nice.
I've said this on the podcast before, and I am a firm believer of you can like a product that someone has made without necessarily liking the person.
Absolutely, separate the art from the artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that because, like, the car I drive, the owner of the company is a dumbass a lot of the time.
yeah.
Things like Drake and Josh.
He put numbers into his kid's name.
I know. I know.
Numbers.
I know. Worse than their symbol. Yeah. But like Dan Schneider, we talked about him. I love Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
It was amazing, but he's a dirtbag. So like you
Yep.
can make that separation, which is kind of nice. And that's why I'm actually, believe it, I know a lot of people like the books better than the movies. I like the movies better than the books. I've read the books. I don't know. I think I started tracking how many times I read them, and I think it was up to like 14 or something like that. So like I've read them all. I've also watched the movies every other month or so.
It's
like,
so
quite
hard
a
to
bit.
find a Harry
Yeah.
Potter weekend on TV, though. They're never on.
No. But yeah, like I just got back from Universal where I got to go to the Wizarding World and stuff, and it was really cool.
So jealous.
But yes, Harry Potter is like on my list, but I want it to be like at the right time and everything. And so we're
Christmas at
working through it.
Hogwarts.
Oh my God. Oh, I can see. So if you ever want to see something funny in the first movie, you can watch Hedwig take off from Harry's arm, and it's hilariously bad. The CGI is terrible back then.
Well, it's like, remember when they go to talk to Hagrid about Fluffy? And like Hermione and Ron are like not even there. They're green screened and Harry's just standing in front of it acting to himself.
There's a lot of those. There's actually a really, in the first movie when Hagrid breaks into the house or like the cabin that they're in to get Harry for the first time, you can see they full out show his face of his stunt double, and it's hilariously bad. Yeah, if you just watch it like little by little at that where he breaks in and you can see him, and it looks nothing like Hagrid whatsoever. They didn't even try. It's like they
Also-
got someone as big and put a wig on him.
Harry on the troll. Or Ron, or
The Ron on the
Yeah,
troll,
the-
yeah.
the CGI.
Or no, it was Harry. It was Harry
It was,
because Ron was the one who did
Yeah.
did Leviosa.
yeah.
Yes,
Do something.
just
Anything. And it's just like
yeah.
animated. It's just an animated character.
It was a long time ago. Oh, it's been over 20 years.
Oh.
God. Well, oh, that's not good. Anywho, Disney Channel, before we make ourselves more depressed here.
That just hurt me so badly.
Okay, I want to talk about this one because I know there's certain people in this room that have very deciding opinions on this. But especially the original High School Musical. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did
My
you
poor
watch it?
parents right now are like, she watched it.
I had to get a second tape. She wore through the first one.
I watched parts of it. The parts that I was forced to watch by my friend.
How can you say you don't like a movie when you've only seen parts of
Because
it?
I hated it. I hated that they sang. I hated that they were like, oh, we're in high school, but now we're all singing together. Yay. No.
It's got musical in the title.
I hated it. I wanted
not
nothing
like this
to
is-
do with it.
It's not like it was like not known. Like you were going into
And
it
that's why I
thinking you're
didn't watch
watching.
it, because I was like, fuck that. And then it brought upon this whole like genre of like singing things. Like I mentioned earlier, Glee, and there's Camp Rock, there's Lemonade Mouth. I wanted nothing to do with any of them, and I hated them, but they were so fucking popular.
It's a musical. It is in the title.
Yeah, that's why
you
I
go
didn't
into
watch it.
High School music. It is a musical about high school kids, and then you're like, why the hell are they singing?
I wasn't upset. I wasn't worried about them
Everyone
singing. I didn't want to watch them singing. Like,
Well, you think they just did it in the background?
no, I didn't want to watch it. That's why I didn't watch it, because I didn't want to deal with them singing.
Randomly come back into the scene. What a great song we just sang.
I
When
mean,
they're doing the
it was about
rehearsals, the
them doing a
secret
musical. Like, they didn't have to sing in the fucking hallways. It could just be like, oh, he can't be in the musical because he's a basketball player, dude. But actually, he's really good at the musical stuff, and he wants to do both.
Well, they sang in the hallways twice.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't want fuck that.
One of them
Well,
was
well-
late at night and she was emo.
Yeah.
And then there was that really, really big mural of Troy's face, who was like a freshman. His freshman Troy's face.
So
Didn't they sing in the lunchroom too?
They
Yes,
did,
stick
yes.
to the status quo.
yes. Yeah. Don't get out of line again. Be normal.
Don't make creme brulee, you freak.
I mean, I like the message that it had.
Okay.
It's a good
Yeah.
message. I just wanted nothing to fucking do with how they portrayed it.
What about the fact that Zac Efron, who's a phenomenal singer,
Did not sing.
great, he didn't sing through. None of it was him.
Yeah.
I didn't know. He was
No,
a
I
singer.
shouldn't say that. Have
I
you ever
think-
seen The Greatest Showman?
Be the star, something new.
How
Be you.
watch The Greatest Showman?
Oh,
No,
yes.
you wouldn't like
I've
it.
never even
What
heard
about
of it.
Hairspray?
He was in Hairspray?
He's the
He
main
was
character in Hairspray.
I don't
He was-
remember
he was
things.
Link.
I've seen Hairspray like 6,000 times. Again, my
Yeah,
friend
he
made
put
me
on
watch it.
like 20 pounds to play Link.
Well, that would explain why I didn't recognize him.
Greatest Showman though is Wolverine and Zac Efron.
So good.
So
Oh,
I love Greatest Showman.
Mhm.
The music is so good.
100%. Like it's just top notch. But there
I'm
was
not
only
a movie person
the
though.
the very beginning. If you listen closely to when they sing something new, the very beginning of it is Zac Efron. And then they just up and change his voice completely 1,000%. And like it's a whole new person as he's singing. You're just like, how did I not notice this is
It's
kid?
because he was nervous when he first started singing, John. You had to suspend the disbelief.
But like the
he,
second one, he sang all of it and
but
did a
he
great job.
did sing one more time. And
Did
it was
he?
when he went on the balcony to try to win Gabriella back. And that's what I was
Okay.
making fun of because it was really bad.
Yeah,
And-
okay.
Well, the biggest thing I said with Zac Efron is like they said his voice was too low and the rest of the cast voices were too high. So like it wasn't going to mesh.
Yeah.
And then they tried saying, "Oh, well, we did this really cool thing in the studio where Zach sang it, and then we had Drew Seeley sing, and we meshed their voices together." And I'm like, "Sir, this is 2005. You did not. Like, you did not do that." But I was like, "Wow, that's so cool. Zach can sing. We all know he can sing." And I was like,
Yeah.
11. I'm like, "We all know he can sing." No. But I was 12. But yeah, anyway, it was just like, I don't know. I wish they had just taken the L.
I know,
Cast
right?
someone else.
I know.
I mean, I'm
And, like,
glad it was
Drew
Zac Efron.
was a great singer.
But he was
and, like,
way too old.
yeah.
That would not have been okay.
I knew him from One Tree Hill. He was in a bunch of episodes of that early on.
God, he was
Yeah.
a One Tree Hill guy. That's funny.
But yeah, he was just another person. He was doing random other things too, was singing for like background stuff. But yeah, the original, don't get me wrong, I don't think that was the best High School Musical. I think 2 is the best. I think it's widely like 2 is the best. I think it was the best performing Disney Channel original movie is High School Musical 2.
2's when they are at the summer, right?
Yeah.
At the God, gotta go my own way.
Yes. That,
Oh my
that
God.
reason alone, that song is great. It
What
is a great
about
standalone
us?
song.
What about everything we've been through?
So wait, are these numbers on the side that we're looking at? The ratings. Let's see. Yep.
You know I never
there we go.
wanted to hurt you.
High School Musical 2. I don't know how it got a 17.2. Oh, millions. Okay.
Wow.
I thought it was out of 10.
That's
Wizards
pretty
of Waverly
wild.
placed the movies up there.
Mm-hmm. But even better than High School Musical 2, Camp Rock. I loved Camp Rock.
I wouldn't watch it.
Who's Margaret?
Okay, there's a lot of cringy stuff. And the second Camp Rock was horrible.
Oh my God. But the second Camp Rock, someone was just coked out of their brain the whole time. So
Someone, as if it's not like well known at this point.
I don't want to get sued.
That's fair.
That's true.
But
Yeah, it was. But like the first one had okay songs in it.
yeah.
Like "This Is Me" was a pretty good song. There was
She's
a couple.
really good.
Surprise! She made a career out of it.
Yeah.
And they kind of took her on a dark path. But her new stuff, I saw her live last year with like a full girl band, like a rock band.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was real good. They sang rock versions of all of her songs. It was
I
real
saw
good.
her in 2012.
Whoa. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
woo.
I remember being really disappointed because
Mm-hmm.
like that was the year I graduated high school
Yeah.
and I was going through all sorts of stuff and I was like Demi Lovato is like my role model and I was so like excited to finally get to see live and they were like, "Oh, I'm a little sick tonight, so I apologize if I sound a little sick." And my friend and I were like, "Oh, that's fine, whatever, it's
Sick, huh?
fine." And I remember we just like sang our hearts out all night. We had a poster
Mm-hmm.
and all this shit. And then like 2 months later,
Yeah. Yeah, she
Like,
was not great. Much better now.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
good now. Yeah. Like would recommend go to see, but yeah, definitely 2012 Demi was
What was the show that she was in that they like took her out? Like they stopped the show entirely.
Sunny with a chance.
I loved that show. Like I was so upset that they stopped it.
So you like that, but not High School Musical?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Is it because of
Same
Sterling
goddamn
Night?
thing.
Is it because of Sterling Night?
Maybe
Okay.
a little bit.
I got you. I got you.
What? I don't even know who
Sterling
that
Knight,
is.
He was the cute guy.
It was the hot one.
Over Zac Efron? Why are we having this discussion?
Absolutely. I'm not a
Zach.
Zach. He is great for other people. No hate to him. I'm not like.
Nope.
No.
No, definitely Zac Efron over him. Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
okay. That's John's rating.
That's John's rating.
John's rating of teenage men.
What about okay? Well, let's do this.
Coming from when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
Zac Efron was not there. I'm not. Meh.
Well, I'm judging.
Still not there. Actually, I'm not.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and talk about things we don't like. How about that? Because I don't even know what I'm gonna. I know you have yours. We're gonna wait because you voiced your opinions quite a bit today. What do you got for a 1-star review?
Return to Halloween Town.
Okay. All right. So, listen, Sarah Paxton sucked, but
You're gonna get sued.
I'm not gonna get sued. If
You could.
Sarah Paxton, if you're watching this, your early stuff was shit. I'm all right
Shame
with her
on
knowing
you.
that.
I'm breaking the fourth wall.
But like coming
Shame.
after Halloween Town High, which was great, Return to Halloween Town was not good.
Well, the problem is that like they were striking when the iron was hot, right? They had done the original, which is obviously a big hit, second, third, and the momentum was there.
Oh yeah.
And we all felt like we were a part of the family, right? And when you think that we are, because look, when did that one come out?
Which one? The original one?
The final one.
Oh, the Return?
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
gotta not sort it by
by best rated.
by best rated, that's for sure. Halloween Town High. No, it's in their R's because it's the stupid one. Return 2006. That
Okay.
is earlier than I
So
thought.
the first one came out in what 98.
98.
So you're telling me that you think that children who've been watching the same family for 8 years are just going to say, that works.
Must not have had my glasses on for the other ones.
I'm gonna be very honest. I didn't notice.
What? How do you not know?
Becky.
Oh, never noticed. Not at all. I just thought like they put. I didn't even notice she looked different.
Look, look at that human
Oh
being.
no,
my
absolutely different. But like,
Oh my God.
just a chick with brown hair doing a movie. I was like, cool.
I don't even know that. I don't think she had brown hair. Did she?
She gave her like a ginger red.
Yeah.
She could have dyed her hair.
Yes, but got plastic surgery too.
People change.
Changed her eye color.
Yeah. Contacts.
The entire personality was different.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was wrong.
I don't.
And
like-
thinking back on it now, I definitely see it, but I did not notice when I was younger. Not at all.
I remember being like, where's my girl? Where is Kimberly J? And I just
Oh,
I read some interviews and they were saying that like Kimberly J. Brown was working on something else. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I understand you're trying to ride that wave and make
Yeah.
sure you get it when you can. And almost everyone else came back. So
almost.
they did not get Sophie.
Mhm.
And I just don't understand why you wouldn't have just waited.
Yeah,
Like, just wait like 6 months for her contract or wait 5 months for her to finish a semester of school, whatever it was.
sure.
like-
and it's not like they couldn't have come out with something else then.
Yeah. And I mean, you look at the list here, like, yeah, Judith Hogue came back and Debbie Reynolds.
Lucas Grabble.
Was he in 3?
Yeah.
Was he in the, yeah, okay. So
But,
you had
maybe not.
Ryan from High
Yeah,
School Musical.
High School Musical.
He was busy because this is what came out in 2006.
6, yeah, which is right about
Literally
the
the
same time.
same time High
Yeah.
School Musical came out in
Ugh.
January.
Yeah,
So he was busy. He was also like 25.
he was old. I think
Um,
the best one that I know of is the brother from Hannah Montana.
Oh my God.
Being
Yes. He
almost
was like
40.
35 when he started
God.
Hannah Montana.
Was his name Jackson?
Yeah.
Jackson,
Oh my
yeah.
God, what was it? Jason Earls.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he was like super old, but he looked like a kid. It's
That
like,
weirded me the fuck out.
right? You don't think about it watching the show.
No.
It's perfectly fine. And then
He's
you learn that and you're
probably only like 15 years younger than Billy Ray Cyrus.
like, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hannah
I
Montana.
think Return to Halloween Town was a great 1-star.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna regret this.
We already know.
But- What's your 1-star review?
I mean, we already went through this.
We
It's-
did.
It's definitely High School Musical.
High School Musical.
Everybody was obsessed with it. I just didn't care. I don't like Zac Efron that much. And
What about Vanessa Ann Hudgens?
Exactly.
Vanessa Ann
She was always
Hudgens.
Vanessa Ann Hudgens
And then
for the whole time.
suddenly,
And it wasn't until like a couple of years ago that I realized she dropped the Ann, because I didn't watch any of her newer stuff really, except for she was in some musical live action.
with Andrew Garfield.
No, it
who
was
was
before that. That was Tick Tick Boom.
Yes.
But she was in like something on NBC or something like that, and it was just Vanessa Hudgens. I was like, what?
Didn't she drop it when she put out her solo music?
Probably. It
I was
a
gonna
lot
say, I
further
didn't
than
even
that, but I
know
didn't-
she was
Yeah.
Vanessa Ann Hudgens.
You say,
But I-
all right. You
Nope.
say, okay.
I literally remember like you'd be watching Disney Channel and like the one music video with Vanessa Hudgens where she's like in a bowling alley.
Isn't there another where she's like swinging from a chandelier or something? Like,
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier.
But yeah, no, I
Is
had
that not
no
it?
idea.
Okay. Snaps.
Beautiful.
that was beautiful.
My iPad stopped connecting for some strange reason, but you're wrong. Your opinion is incorrect.
That's fine. I gotta keep it up. You know, I gotta have the controversial beliefs. But yeah, no,
You
I
gotta
couldn't
get
get
your
behind.
head in the game so we can all be in this together.
All in this together.
Becky.
Yeah, God damn it, Becky.
I know the songs. I was forced to listen to them, and I hated every minute of it.
You're just stuck on that, aren't you?
Yeah.
You will make sure.
And all of my friends were girls, and they were like, "I love this movie. This movie's great. Let's watch it." And I was like, "No, please."
So mine, I feel like you guys might feel differently, but it's the Cheetah Girls.
I agree.
Oh, sweet.
Really? See,
Apparently not.
I
don't
loved the
know.
actors.
I didn't. My
I mean, I
sister
love
watched it
Raven
over and over and
Simone.
over and over and over and over and over again, and I did not like it any time I watched it. But I feel like it was definitely geared towards girls instead of boys.
Yeah.
I feel like it was geared toward minority girls. And
Maybe that's why
That's
I
fair.
didn't
at
like
the
it.
time, I didn't really see myself as a minority girl because I
Okay.
was raised in a white family.
Sure.
So I didn't really come into my own kind of awareness of, oh, you're not white until I was way too old. So it's like I still don't know sometimes.
I honestly
Yeah.
like knowing you. Sometimes I'll just not remember because
I think I'd been married for a couple of years when my husband looks at me. He's like, honey, we're an interracial marriage. And I was like,
that's got to be like a.
oh my God, we are. I was like, wow. But
I didn't like the music in it. The actors were fine.
it was
but
different from what Disney Channel was doing at the time.
it was more
Like,
R&B focused
yes.
than like pop focused, and it was just.
I mean, they
Yeah.
had beats going on under their songs.
I know.
Like that didn't
It's
happen.
completely different.
Like
yeah.
Hannah Montana didn't have
Oh my God.
beats.
God.
You get the limo out front.
Ooh. Nailed it.
Styles, every shoe, every color.
Oh yeah. I have seen more Hannah Montana than I care to admit. Yeah, that's a whole separate. Those are Disney shows,
Yeah.
which we did not talk about yet, right?
Oh lordy! If
I don't
we
think we
wanted to
talked
talk
about
about Disney shows from like 2000 to
I know.
2000,
Trust
Eight.
me. Like a
Like-
little Phil of the Future.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Ullman, I loved him.
Oh, yeah.
Future.
Oh my
Even
God.
Stevens.
Oh, Ren, Christy Carlson Romano has a crazy podcast. I don't know if you guys
Really?
know. She keeps doing all these interviews with people who are either like on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, like around the same time.
Interesting.
She's actually been doing a lot of things with Annalisa Vanderpool, who played Chelsea on That's a Raven.
Okay.
So like, yeah, it's been really
Oh, I've
interesting.
seen clips of that on TikTok. Actually,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
explains it. Okay, suddenly things are making sense again.
Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. But even Stevens, I friggin'
Yeah, so
loved
good.
Ren.
Ugh.
But well, they had a lot of weird songs on that show. Like
It was a weird show.
one of
It
them came
was.
up the other day where they were like talking about waking up in the morning, and like Shia was playing drums, and he was like doing ad libs in the background as like Ren was singing the lead. It was really weird.
Shila's another person who's like sometimes off the rails.
Yo,
Little bit.
that
Little bit.
video of him watching all of his movies from being a kid and
Yeah.
just, ugh.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. But we'll talk about those a different day because I want to talk about the Disney shows at some point. That'd be a lot of fun. But I think we've talked about our favorite DCOMs. Enough.
What's your least? Oh wait, no, you said your least favorite. Okay,
Cheetah Girls.
Yeah,
We're
Cheetah
good.
Girls,
I got
yeah.
that. Yeah. But I feel like it was very difficult. And the only reason I didn't like it was because I saw it so much for my sister watching it. So
Be like Cinderella in the
I just-
dark forest.
all those songs you hear because we used to like go to camp every year and they would listen to it nonstop. I'm like,
I can see how that'd get annoying.
yeah.
I mean, that's how I was with High School Musical.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I still
understand.
hear it sometimes, and I'm like, no.
Just wake out of a dead sleep. It's not something new. It's not something new.
Get your head in the game.
I want to get out of the game. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm John. We had Kim and Becky. Make sure you check us out on YouTube if you haven't subscribed because it's free. Like the video.
the
I
button.
feel like the normal YouTube-y stuff. And check us out on all the podcasting apps because we're cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya.
Peace.